Luna, and today I feel like I haven't made one of these videos in forever. We are going to be doing another Lolita fashion blog reading. Today we're going to be reading an article from Miss Lumpy's blog called High and Low School. This is kind of like a back to school article about how to make being in high school a little more lifestyle Lolita friendly, or feel more Lolita while you're at school. I am out of school. I've been out of any type of school for about 2 years now, which is a weird thing to say. It's still weird to me that I've been out of school for 2 years. College. I work a corporate office job, and if you watched the recent Lovely Lore video, thank you for responding to that, Lovely Lore. I had sent that months ago and totally forgot about it. It was super cool seeing your suggestions, and I actually plan on making a video of what I wear in the office for a week, because I've made a lot of progress on that office capsule wardrobe since I sent that ask to you. Anyways, so this article is High and Low School. Aha, my genius title. I bet you couldn't guess what this one is about. Unfortunately, it's something almost all Lolitas have to go through at some point. High school. Some of us were lucky enough to only have gotten into Lolita after graduating, myself not included. I discovered Lolita the summer before my senior year, and luckily I was attending a magnet program full of art class type kids in a regular mainstream high school a few times over, so my school was pretty accepting of oddities. However, I cringe to remember my days of parochial school. What is that? I somehow managed to convince my parents to rip me from this nightmare early, only ended up having to go through 5 or 6 years of it. During childhood. Can't read today, y'all. During childhood, I was horrified at having to leave my beloved primary colors behind in favor of navy and green plaid pleats all day, every day. It was tragic and life-scarring. I have only recently begun to reintroduce turquoise and reds into my palette again, after having to force them from my life in childhood. Scarring. And private school kids aren't the only one. My school rules were skirts 4 inches from the knee or longer, no midriff, no bare shoulders. Not hard to work Lolita into that. Unfortunately, I did have the occasional red-faced male substitute who got up in arms about my poof, saying I was distracting my completely oblivious classmates. Maybe it was just an embarrassing Lolita complex? I can't read. Maybe it was just an embarrassing Lolita complex? Oh no, she didn't. Because of this, my lazy days, or those of bad conditions that may spoil my lovely clothes, I had to make do sometimes with only feeling Lolita, a Lolita in spirit, if not in dress. It was sort of fun, like I had a scandalous secret. Here are my tips on feeling Lolita when otherwise not allowed to show your love. Those more astute members of LiveJournal's EGL community may recognize the first of these as advice I gave in a comment a few weeks back. For those who aren't in private school and just have annoying dress codes or peers, my favorite technique is wearing a skirt without a petticoat. As long as it's nothing crazy, probably no Twinkle Mermaid here. You probably won't get much grief for this. Just in case though, always keep a change of clothes in your backpack, locker, car, or wherever you can, so you don't get stuck in sweaty gym pants from the lost and found. Otherwise, if even the skirt without petty routine is out of the question, wear a cutely cut skirt or shorts with brand socks. Pleats and plaids are probably not the best idea, as these plus cute knee socks can scream sexy schoolgirl, and they may confuse it with Lolita. Not good. I'm gonna put this out here that was a weird way to phrase that. I know what she means, but very odd phrasing. Or a nice cut sew with your jeans. Put bows or cute clips in your hair and feel free to sleep in curlers to enhance them. Decorate your nails or cell phone or calculator. Wear false eyelashes and do doll-like makeup. If makeup is not allowed, invest in some good peppermint or strawberry chapstick. Get a nice winter coat and bunny earmuffs during the winter from Fan Plus Friend, and just put it in your locker during class, or that way you can be super cute for your bus ride home. Wear rocking horse shoes or whatever lolly shoes you have with everything. Use glittery gel pens and glue bows to rhinestones with them. Pack a cute bento lunch with lots of fruit and heart-shaped cookies a la Momoko. Periodically bake cupcakes for your homeroom. Print out all essays and assignments on print paper. Short of that, put them all in pink rhinestone covers. Play at lifestyle lolly for a day. Walk in small steps, smile sweetly at people all day. Address your teachers as sir, ma'am/miss. If you're feeling really daring, go for my lord or my lady. But remember to be very sincere. Any doubt, and you could find yourself explaining this to the dean or principal. I have to pause reading this here and say, if you are in high school and you're watching my videos, my demographic tends to be older, from what YouTube analytics tells me anyways. I really don't recommend saying my lord or my lady to your teacher, ever. I think to your friends it would be funny, but don't do that to your teacher. Write Victorian love letters to your friends. Mine got a kick out of this, and I'd like to think they looked forward to receiving that folded piece of notebook paper after a particularly boring class. Most of them began along the lines of, my dearest, contained an old love limerick I found online, or remembered from childhood, and ended with, from your ever-devoted secret admirer. P.S. I fear you have discovered my identity. Is this the end of our relationship, my sweet? Read classics. Shakespeare, The Little Princess, or The Little Prince, Emily Dickinson, or if you're more gothically inclined, I really recommend Dante's Inferno. I discovered a withered hard copy in my high school library, and it was definitely a hit for between classes or during lunch. So there's a dozen plus ways to lullify your school life. High school is never a wholly fun experience, but looking back on it, I feel like it was one of the most enjoyable periods of my life, and I really feel like because I forced myself to find beauty and joy in the little things, making all the drama just a little easier to cope with, even when my teachers were on a particularly cruel streak. Alright, thank you guys so much for listening to me reading that blog. I apologize if I had some weird breaths or had trouble reading. I was actually recovering from pneumonia for a few weeks there, and I'm not fully recovered yet. So with that, I think this is a super cute article. Some of these are, no, don't do them. Don't call your teacher my lord or my lady. I don't see that going well, at least in American high school. I don't know where this person is from. I really like the majority of these. These are really cute. I appreciate that nowadays I feel like knee-length pleated skirts and socks are not as associated with that, well, what we would call today a nymphette aesthetic, because I see people wear that all the time and online in the kawaii fashion space, and that's not something that I see, at least people in the community, associating with people, which I appreciate because I really like pleated skirts with socks. It's one of my favorite combos when I'm not wearing Lolita fashion. It's something I like a lot. Let's see. This is just really cute. Like, it's such a cute little article here. Let's see what time period this was put out in. Okay, December 21st, 2008. Yeah, so this is 2008. This is a little bit before the 2010 boom. This is super cute. I feel it's really reflective of 2008 and the people who were into Lolita at the time, especially reading a lot of these blogs and seeing just, like, people threw their whole selves into this aesthetic, and people still do it, but I feel like it's in a different way nowadays. This is so cute. I feel like because it was so much harder to get your hands on Lolita items, I don't know, this is a theory, so if you guys were more active in the community when this was happening, feel free to comment below and let me know. I feel like since Lolita was harder to get, there was a overall more focus on the lifestyle aspect. I am a lifestyle Lolita. I consider myself to be. I try to wear it as often as possible. I do want to let you guys know, if you're getting into it and you want to be a lifestyle Lolita, literally no human on earth wears it every single day. That is impossible and also just not practical. But I still consider myself a lifestyle Lolita. And I feel like I don't meet a lot of people who also consider themselves that. Like when I went to Paradiso, it still feels weird to say that sometimes. I met up with a few Lolitas from the Atlanticom right before the tea party. We were all sitting in a coffee shop together, and we were kind of talking about different things. And I was talking about how I wear Lolita more often than not. And they're like, oh, so like a lifestyle Lolita? I've never met anyone like that. And that's a pretty common reaction. Oh my goodness. Things I want to try here that I haven't done already, I've actually already done a few of these things, is I don't think I'd write Victorian style love letters, but I definitely have a couple coworkers who would think it was hilarious if I slipped them like a Victorian style note. That would be really fun to do. Again, I don't know if I would recommend doing that like during class if you're in high school, because that might be an interesting experience if your teacher takes the note and reads it out loud. I actually do a lot of these. Like I make cute lunches. I wear makeup to work, as far as like me thinking about how this would translate to like a work setting. I love bows so much. Bow clips are amazing for like more toned down looks. I love these. This is from the dollar store. Like there are really good clip-on bows that are like the same quality as like if you're going to go get Claire's bows. Don't go to Claire's. If you're gonna get like a bow like this, just go to your Dollar Tree. They're the same bows, like literally the same exact bow. Don't pay $8 for one of these things. They're really cute, super easy to wear, and I love them. This one was a little more rambly than normal. I loved this so much. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Luna out.